I meet lots of interesting people who I want to help, and the best way for me to give back is to quickly share who they're helping professionally and who they wish they could privately or philanthropically help more. And I help you by keeping the interview short and sweet. People in my circle can pick and choose who to directly and indirectly help with their business or charitable contributions. Who are you helping? Don't forget to subscribe or follow me on YouTube and TikTok so they start paying me to do more content like this. Let's get started. Hey, how's it going? I'm Dan Fredenberg, and this is for Who Are You Helping? Sometimes I have people in my circle where I'm not entirely sure if our businesses are going to overlap. Generally, I'm in the real estate industry and doing all that for social media. And so, what I do is I have them onto this show for about 8 minutes and ask them four big questions, and hopefully, it will help you decide on a new professional to have in your circle. Today, I'm joined by Philip. How are you doing today, Philip?
Hey Dan, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. And is it Boykin? Is that how you pronounce it?
That is correct.
Excellent, excellent. So before we get too excited with the main questions, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit to the audience?
Yeah, sure. My name is Philip Boykin. I am a founder in tech. I have a 20-year background in real estate, mostly residential. I have experience working on Wall Street at Deutsche Bank. I've worked for Damon John, who's a shark on Shark Tank. And I've also worked in residential real estate development. So now currently we built a software company that allows developers on the residential side to answer four big questions. What can I build? What will it cost? What will I make? And if it will be approved by the city. We do that by using a large language model to basically understand zoning rules, local construction costs. We aggregate that information and we deliver it in an output that is easy for developers to understand and make decisions quickly.
Wow, that is really exciting. It's funny, I'll confess to the audience, we had a little bit of a chat of a background because I'm a helping kind of guy. I wanted to let Philip know what I'd already heard of, and already it's far more sophisticated than I think the other competitors, the other offerings that I've heard of are out there. But the first question that I always ask, I'll frame it in again. It's who do you help professionally? And the reason why I ask that is because ultimately when I ask who are you helping, I'm really trying to help the guest out, get some more eyeballs like you in the audience, which I really appreciate the fact that you're here. And one of the issues I find is sometimes I need to help somebody, but if you are familiar with marketing, by far the most difficult piece of the puzzle is what they call messaging, which is how to explain what exactly it is that you do. Because someone out there somewhere is giving you money on a fairly regular basis, and they don't do that for just no reason. So if you can explain what that reason is, then you in the audience would be able to figure out if there's some overlap in your business, if you'd make a good choice. So, Philip, you've already given some insight into that as far as it seems like developers are particularly like the residential real estate developers are your main targets. But do you want to go into a little bit more detail of who you help professionally?
Yeah, absolutely. So America has a big problem. We have about 3.2 million housing unit deficit in this country, affordable housing, that is. And at least in a lot of the metro areas and even in some of the smaller communities, uh, the people that are going to build those houses are smaller developers like I was. However, we lack the back offices of big guys like D.R. Horton, Toll Brothers. These guys have huge back offices and research platforms that they can go in and make quick decisions on profitability or feasibility on those particular plots. That is not necessarily the fate of the smaller developer. So I ran into this problem last year. I tried to solve it with a spreadsheet. I couldn't solve it with a spreadsheet. So we went out and I hired the best engineers that I could possibly find. One is really a Caltech rocket scientist. And we built IQ Land over the past year. So we are here to help smaller developers understand very rapidly within under a minute what they can build on a particular parcel. We have some other features that we're adding here along with that, but very quickly, that developer will know if they plug in an address, what is the highest ROI for them on that particular parcel. And they can say bad deal or good deal. Typically, those answers take 2 to 3 weeks to get solved. Now you can do that in under a couple of minutes.
Wow, that's really amazing. Now, my second question, it's got some background to it, and it's who do you wish you could help more? Now, the reason why it's so important is, see, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm from the internet. And everywhere I've lived, including back in Taiwan, where I used to live for 15 years, there's always a push to shop local and support your local economy, and that has very obvious benefits. But when you are from the internet, then you're never really going to get benefit from the shop local movement. And so it hit me that I need to find some sort of secondary benefit to choose one professional over another. And usually it's who you wish you could help more. Now, some people, they have they're overachievers, they have orphanages around the world or something like that. Others, they've never been in a financial position to really spend a large amount of time with their family, things like that. And so what I'm asking really is who's the secondary beneficiary of choosing the professional, my guest, as the recipient of their business dollars. So Philip, it can be privately, it can be publicly, professionally, philanthropically, or otherwise. Who's out there that you wish you could help more?
Uh, a very big audience. And really, this is to put more housing supply on the market. When we have more supply, that means ultimately in basic economics 101, pricing will come down. So we've got to counter interest rates going down with very few houses coming on the market. That's just going to drive prices higher. The only thing that's going to solve this is to get more housing stock on the market. So our primary focus is on the developer, helping those guys make quick decisions so they can turn. We want to get those developers that are building 3 houses a year up to 10 houses a year, 15 houses, 20 houses a year. But the people that will really benefit from this are the mom and pops that are working regular jobs that aren't making $200,000 in household income per year. They're making 70, 80, $100,000 between that whole household, but they're living in apartments and they're living in rental properties. Everyone should have a home of their own. This is who we want to help.
I love that answer. So my third question then is it's imagining. I like to imagine like Santa Claus, or maybe you rub the genie in the lamp. You don't rub the genie. You rub the lamp and the genie comes out, and they give you those different wishes. The question is, the Santa Claus in this case is the people in the audience. How can people help you more, Philip?
Um, I think by visiting the website, going to the website, especially if you're here in Oklahoma, where we've just released it. Uh, Maybe you want to build a house in Oklahoma. Check it out. And just letting us know your feedback on it. It is truly an interactive model. It's very intuitive. You can log on and begin to use it without any experience or training. We wanted to make it that way. It's very important for me because I've dealt with a lot of clunky software out there that is technically very good. However, I need another engineer to basically tell me how to use it. So we wanted to basically be the antithesis of that type of software development. And so right now, just those of you out there that are looking to invest, typically in Oklahoma, go out and use the software. Tell us what you think. But we will be expanding nationwide as we finish up testing here. We just completed Techstars, which is a very competitive accelerator in this tech world. Less than 1% of applicants are accepted, and there are thousands of applicants. And so we were very, privileged to be a part of that. However, now the real work begins. We now have our product out there and we want to get it into the hands of developers so they can give us proper feedback of what they need. Once they've gotten what they can build, then what are their lending options? Using artificial intelligence to identify those lending options for that particular parcel, getting things moved along. So customer feedback for us is incredibly important.
Excellent. And the last question is how to reach out to help in those ways. So I'll need the website itself, and then I imagine some people there are different real estate and different diverse investors in the audience. So maybe you also want to mention like if there's an email or a phone number or something like that, some sort of contact form on the site to get connected with you outside of just the using of the software if they want to become an angel investor, VCs, whatever you want to have there. How do people reach out to help?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for asking that. The easiest way to get in contact with me is via email. Philip with two L's, the American way, not the British way, at iqland.ai. They can reach out to me there, or they can reach me or fill out our contact us form at iqland.ai.
All right, beautiful. And of course, if you want to reach out to me, LinkedIn is where I spend most of my social media time. And fortunately, I got a nice, distinct last name. It makes me easy to find. But the last hidden question I have to ask here, Philip, is did you know, because after all, we now know who Philip helps professionally, who he wishes he could help more, how you in the audience can help him, and how to reach out. But Philip, did you know that if people in the audience click the subscribe button down there, it helps me? Ding.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll share this with my entire network.
Beautiful. I love it. And just full disclosure, so you know what's going on here, hitting the subscribe button is completely free. All it means is that if enough people end up clicking on it, then those deadbeats at YouTube might actually start to pay for these videos instead of me. And I think that would be fantastic. The trade-off, just so you know, is my videos may show up on your list of suggestions. Quite frankly, you can go ahead and ignore those suggestions because I just appreciate the fact that you spent this time with me. Just like Philip, I appreciate you joining me. This has been great.
Yeah, this has been amazing. Thanks a lot, Dan.
Awesome. Thanks.